What are central banks? The golden retriever sits beside a big basket of apples and explains what central banks are. The golden retriever is calm, happy, and a little goofy. Central banks are the country's main money managers. They are not a shop. They are a kitchen where money is prepared for the whole market. The golden retriever does this. The golden retriever does that. They help keep prices steady and jobs steady too. They issue money in coins and notes, but mainly they guide the flow so apples can move easily. They watch banks and make sure no one gobbles all the apples. They act as calm referees in a park full of squeaky toys. They may lend to banks in trouble, not for profit, but to keep the system safe. The golden retriever repeats a rule. Too many apples can break the bag. A soft bark, a nod, and the lesson continues. The basket becomes a tiny world. The central bank's job is to keep money calm, predictable, and friendly. They set goals, monitor the price weather, and adjust as needed. The golden retriever smiles, tail wagging, eyes bright. A quick math moment helps. If there are 100 apples in the basket and borrowing speeds up, the bank might add 5 apples to slow things down. 100 apples plus 5 apples equals 105 apples. Simple math, big effect. The dog yawns, then glances at the camera. If you love apples, subscribe and comment with your apple ideas. The golden retriever is listening. Share your snack idea in the comments. Subscribe now and let's fetch knowledge together. How do central banks work? Day to day. The golden retriever trots to a chalkboard full of paw prints. The golden retriever explains daily work in simple terms. Day to day, central banks steer the economy with tiny nudges. They set the policy rate, the big lever. A small rate change can make loans cheaper or more expensive. The golden retriever does this. The golden retriever does that. They also use market tools. They buy or sell government bonds to push more or less money into the economy. They adjust how much banks must hold in reserve. More reserves mean more safety. Fewer reserves mean tighter money. The golden retriever wags and lists 4 easy steps. Watch prices. Watch jobs. Talk clearly. Act calmly. Sometimes the bank whispers when the market worries, not shouts. Open market operations are like clever dog trading bones for apples. They lend to banks in emergencies to prevent a crash. This is the lender of last resort. The golden retriever yawns and keeps going. Simple words, big effects. An example. If the economy has 150 apples circulating and inflation rises, the bank might nudge rates a little higher. It's not magic. It's careful balance. The dog pretends to fetch a red ball, then returns to the lesson. The math is simple. 150 apples times 0.01 equals 1.5 apples. Small change, big ripple. If you're enjoying the lesson, subscribe again. The golden retriever truly hopes you'll comment with ideas for new topics. Tell the dog what you want next. Suggest games to play during a lesson, and tell us which topic you'd like us to fetch next. Block 3. Who runs central banks, and what limits are in place? The golden retriever explains the people and the rules. Central banks are run by governors and a staff. The golden retriever says independence is valued. Politicians don't grab the leash every day. The goals focus on price stability and healthy employment. The bank acts as a careful coach for the economy, not a trick pony. The dog repeats, golden retriever does this. The decisions are guided by rules and clear public messages. The limits are real. They stay within legal authority and must explain choices. They balance risk and reward, like juggling apples and balls. They coordinate with the government, but remain independent. The dog notes accountability, audits, oversight, and transparency. They rely on data and evidence. They set risk tolerances and decide when to slow or speed policy. If inflation runs high, they may raise rates. If inflation is too low, they may lower rates. The golden retriever smiles and nods. Small steps, careful work, steady progress. The dog dodges a pretend squirrel of confusion and comes back to truth. The tail wag says, stability and trust help families buy groceries, save for a bike, and plan a future. Viewers, subscribe and share your ideas. Tell the dog what you want next. Leave a comment with a money or apple question you'd like explained. The dog is listening and excited for your voice. The golden retriever lifts a tray of shiny tools. The tools are small but strong. The big tool is the policy rate. Lower rates make borrowing easier. Higher rates slow borrowing. The golden retriever does this. The golden retriever does that. Reserves matter too. Banks must keep a certain amount of apples in a safe jar. More reserves mean more safety. Fewer reserves mean more risk. Open market operations are another tool. The central bank buys or sells government bonds to move apples around. If there are too many apples, the bank sells bonds. If there are too few, it buys. Quantitative easing sounds fancy, but to the golden retriever it is simply giving more apples to the market when trouble comes. Safeguards include lending to banks in trouble, lender of last resort, and stress tests. The dog likes a safe, sturdy system. Independence matters, but so does transparency. Clear communication helps people plan groceries. Different countries use different recipes, and that's okay. The golden retriever pauses to sniff a breeze, then barks softly in agreement. The methods fit the country and the moment. The lesson stays practical. Tools plus safeguards keep the economy steady and fair. If you're curious about tools, subscribe and share ideas for topics you want next. The dog is eager to teach and wag all at once. The golden retriever speaks plainly about costs and duty. If policy goes wrong, costs rise. Inflation can jump and make bread cost more. The dog shows a basket with 200 apples. 200 apples plus 50 apples becomes heavy fast. The golden retriever says, small mistakes cost big treats later. The dog repeats the bright side. Stable prices, more jobs, and confidence. The rewards are real, but danger follows misuse. The steps are plain. Plan, test, observe. The math is simple too. 100 apples x 2% per year equals 2 apples. After 1 year, 102 apples. After 2 years, 104.04 apples. The dog sniffs the air, then smiles. The path is not magical. It's careful action and careful talk. The dog reminds everyone to think long-term and not chase quick treats. Costs include inflation, debt, and market panic if things go wrong. Benefits include steadier prices and better planning. The best path is to use tools wisely, to listen to data, to explain plans clearly, and to test ideas before jumping. The golden retriever ends with a hopeful bark and a wag. Subscribe, comment, and suggest new topics. The dog loves your questions and your curiosity. The topic is money, apples, and a better future. The golden retriever signs off with a wild, friendly flourish. Welcome to the pack. Patreon for extra treats and silly perks. An apple conservation fund grows fruit for future lessons. Toy donations for dogs in need arrive at the door. Paw print autographs for fans who send in drawings. The dog grins and wags, then bounces away to chase a squeaky apple. The community roars with laughter and ideas. The dog signs off. Stay curious, stay kind, stay fetching knowledge. The screen fades to a goofy splash of apples, tails wagging, and credits rolling with happy barks.